Hello, welcome back. We are supposed to check the extensions for Cordy, but I found out that there is one more issue that I forgot to resolve with the engine. It's not a major thing. The problem is that if you happen to hit a chord that is not existent, so it's not within the array of all the chords, the keyboard will spit out some garbage. Usually it will just spit out some keys that are assigned to like parts of the chord or something like that. I have this fixed. I fixed it before, so the solution is there, but today I would like to dip deeper into it, maybe do some debugging, find out what is really happening, and then if I can't like find a better solution to what I have right now, I will probably just reuse my old code and we can call it a day. But before we start, I think I would like to do the special socket that I wanted to create. So the problem is from the previous build that we have done, I have these switches left. So these are from Cordy. These are Kyle speed, red speed, or something like that. And the problem is that I wrap the wire around so tightly that right now I have issues trying to get it out. So what I need is a socket that I can just clip in the switch, probably something like this at this angle, and some kind of a legs or something like that it will be like holding it above the table, be something like this. So this way I'm hoping that I will be able to heat it up a little bit and pull the wire, because with the third hand I don't have a good grip, and if I try pulling it, it will just rip it off the handle. Yeah, so we're gonna start with this, something I wanted to design. Hopefully it won't take too long. In my mind it looks simple, so it shouldn't take long, and then we can jump into Cordy. We're gonna take a look at the source code that I mentioned, and if we have still some time left, I think we can take a look at the OS hour keys, because so far I have only two, which is for swapping virtual workspaces or virtual desktops, however you call it. So that's only two keys, but just one functionality. But I would like to extend that. I would like to have the same key, for example, on Windows if you hit Windows and Tab, and on Mac I think it's called Expose, so you can see all the windows that you have opened. And there's a bunch of other things. Probably I would like to also implement scroll on this, because for example on a Mac the scroll is, you can call it backwards, but it's like the opposite direction to Windows, and usually that is kind of annoying. So I would like to have also scroll aware of operating system. So on Windows it will be like on Windows, and on Mac it would swap automatically, so you also get a normal direction without having to use any third-party apps. And more than that, there is still one pending issue, or maybe not an issue, but something I would like to also expand on with the magnetic encoder, because currently magnetic encoder can only support one encoder at a time, and there is no hardware limitation that would prohibit us from using two at the same time. So this is only like in software right now. So we have to change that. We will have to add a type for the encoder. So we have these two types, AS5600 and MT6701, and then based on which one is defined, we'll have to pull the data from both of them, and we'll have to change the callback function so that it would include the type of the encoder, so then the user will know which encoder fired. And yes, you can't have more than two of the same type on one bus because they have a fixed I2C address, and that kind of sucks. It would be nice to be able to have like out of them, to have a address that you can set up on your own, just like on I2C expander, for example. Well, anyways, you can't have everything at the same time. Of course, there are ways around it, but that only adds complexity. So I think like having two at the same time is already enough. And even more so for my own builds, I will usually have just one at the same time, because I usually have it on the left side and it's meant for scrolling or volume, this kind of thing. So usually I don't see a use for two at the same time, but you know, maybe someone else will find it useful. So I guess it's not nice to have this functionality. All right, so let's jump back into the CAD. The good thing is that I already have a socket ready, so we don't have to create the socket from scratch. I have I call it a CAD stash, and over here I have most of the stuff that I need, and we can just pull out one MX socket. Oh, like this. Let's drop it over here. Okay, so that's the socket itself. Okay, what would be the angle that I would like it to be? Let's grab it by this edge. Let's do like -15, -30. Okay, this looks better. Maybe even -35. Yeah, I think that should be enough to grab it. All right, so now we need the rest of it. So we need some kind of like how to call it, like additional spacing for it. What would be the distance? We need to create some kind of a leg or something like that. Let's do 20, maybe 25. Because the way it's meant to be, it's something like this. So we have it over here like this. And there will be like a leg, something like this. So it should be stable, and I should be able to pull the wire without having it like move or rotate. I hope 5mm will be enough. Maybe we can do 35 this way. Top this one off. Okay, maybe we don't need it to be, although it will be more stable if we have a space like this. Then there's the issue, how are we gonna print that? It's been a while since we've been doing something in CAD. Past 6 episodes was just C and the engine. It makes me wonder, how can I print that if I can even do it in one go? Technically, if I could just make a wall over here, like connect these, I might be able to get away with it. I think this angle wouldn't be that bad. How would it look like then? Or we can take the easy route and just add some screws and call it the day as well. That should do the trick. Okay, let's take a look how it's gonna look like on the printer. If we try to, okay, that's not gonna work probably. Funny that it's not complaining that this one has a too steep angle. We should give it a try like this. I hope this will print without any issues, this part. Maybe we should add some more over here, just to make it more stable. Let's do a bevel like this. Okay, I think I'm gonna give it a shot like that. Give me a sec. Okay, I think the printer needs some time to warm up because I haven't turned it on yet. So I think it's booting right now. Oh, I think it's ready. Oh, that was fast. Oh really, it's gonna take 1 hour? Wow, that's a lot. I hope it won't break. And I hope it's gonna be functional. That is quite some time. Okay, how about... do we have any kind of a view on the printer? Okay, looks like it's up already. The question is if it's live or just a steady shot. We're gonna find out soon. Okay, so this will be printing, and in the meantime we can take a look at the source code. I can show you what is the problem. Maybe first let's do let's do maybe notepad. Right, so for example, let's say you're gonna type something and that something is not a chord that it will recognize. So for example, I know this is X, this one is G. Do I have anything? F. Okay, this one. So you see I got E and R. So it will just spit out those two chords, even though there is no chord for these two keys. So instead it will just spit out two single chords, which I don't want. There is no chord like that, so nothing should happen. Okay, what's that? All right, so that's the QMK over here. Okay, I'm gonna need at least 2 more windows. Right, community modules, and let's jump into, I'm gonna close all of that because there's too much stuff. Okay, template.h we don't really need today, and there will be no definitions to add. I think there will be none. What else? Parser, codes. I think I'll be most interested in this part. Right. So before I solved that, maybe not the best way, but it was kind of effective. And I think I had this function 14. Oh yes, I can tell it's my code over here, messy with comments left off. So what I was doing, I would just check if the current keys that are pressed over here, I would just go and get a hash of all the keys that are currently pressed. So if I press 2 keys, this will just have like those 2 keys hashed out together. And then I will take another loop and I would check if this hash is present in the chords array. So maybe that is not such a bad idea. Where is it used? Okay, yes, over here. Okay, so what is actually happening in the engine? So we are getting maybe, I wonder if there's a, I wonder if it's sending 2 chords or just 1. I can't see my HID listen. Okay, over here. Let's drop it. All right, let's see what is happening inside the keyboard. Okay, I have this stuff. I don't really want to look at it. This works, we don't need this code anymore. I guess I have to also clean up all the keymap files because I have already, I don't know, a lot. and there's so much old code there. I have to move out everything somewhere else, probably to the trash, and just keep one key map that is actually being used. Okay, we have an upload and the keyboard works. I don't know why, because sometimes the keyboard will just hang after sending a new firmware. Okay, so we have no output. What kind of codes are being sent? We can fix it quite fast. Yeah, looks like it will send just two key codes at the same time. I mean, not at the same time, one after another, but like it shouldn't really process them, because since there is no chord like this, so now it makes me wonder if it's a thing that has anything to do with how the simple key code, simple chord is being processed. Where is it? Somewhere over here. Okay, single dance like this. It makes me wonder if that's not the case with this. If we have this restart, this engine is a little bit complicated. Okay, over here we have some graphs, and that's the status machine. So how does it work? We have a key idle, then all the keys are pressed. Yeah, and this is this part is a little bit interesting, because for example for this chord we don't have all the keys pressed. And then it's ready state. Okay, activated. And what happens next? Okay, chord time lifted. It makes me wonder, why is there a key out on restart? Because like we did for example with mouse, so we only support when it's activated. So this is where we are preparing the report, and on deactivated we are just like, you know, zero out everything. We change state to idle. Okay, I left it for restart over here as well. It makes me wonder if this is really necessary. Like over here for the external ones, we don't have a restart, we don't have anything else, just activate and deactivate. And in my opinion, that's all we need if you want to do like a single key. All keys pressed. Makes me wonder, where is it being checked if all keys have been pressed. I would assume it's one of those tasks that are running in the background, or like with every refresh. I think it's over here, process ready chords. I'm very tempted to just copy paste the stuff that I did before, but I would like to understand it a little bit better. Yeah, it all boils down to the same function, right? Process ready chords, process ready chords. There was this one more function over here. I think it was called sound chord or something like that. And I think this one is responsible for like kind of activating which key is being pressed. This one, because it's unpressed, right? So let's take a look. Yeah, over here. So this array is getting like every key that we press is being marked here, but I think it's done in a way that, for example, first one will have 1, then if there's another key, so this one will be increased to 2, and then another one will be 1. So this way I think it's some kind of order, because it looks like this is how this function works. Sound key code array. And this one over here looks like it's checking something interesting as well. Close hash. And also another hash type, sound. And the naming of some of this stuff is a little bit confusing. Yeah, I think maybe we could try to do it over here, because my approach was to go through this array and check key hash, and then check if this yes, yeah, so basically I think we can move it there, because over here I would just go through this array. I would check every element that is non-zero. I will take the hash and I will just OR them together. So if you have one key, that will be just like one hash. If you have two, then it will just OR them together. So that would mean that you pressed two keys. And then what we are doing, we are checking if this hash that we calculated in this first step, we are checking if this hash is actually available somewhere in the chords array. So this huge array that is holding all of the chords. It should be somewhere in the introspection, because it needs to be generated. Okay, these are just definitions over here, but there is one, like a huge long array where it holds all of the, yes, over here. So then I will just go through every one of those chords and check if it's really present in this array. So if you have a hash that is not present in chords, then we can just reject it and there will be no processing at all. Okay, so instead of having it like this, we're gonna try. I think that's a good approach, and that might actually work. Yeah, so over here we're gonna do this. Let's grab my code over here. Okay, and I think we can do this after every change over here. So okay, maybe we can do it like this. But would it really change? Okay, we can check over here. And what will happen if we have two keys that are... Yeah, because my original approach was to just clean the whole keyboard. So that would like remove everything. But maybe we don't have to be this drastic. Maybe all we need to do would be just to clean this array of pressed keys. And that will be it, maybe. I think we can do it like this. If it's in chord, we're not using any arguments, any parameters. Okay, if we have no keys in this chord, or actually if the pressed keys are don't belong to any chord, then I think all we need to do would be just to like go through this array and just wipe it. I wonder if it's gonna work. Let's do it like this. Okay, I guess we can try that. So if we press something, it will be, of course it will be marked. But basically what we can do, maybe we don't have to do that. Maybe we could just move it up. Yeah, how about we do it like this? If whatever we have pressed, okay, because we have to first, right, that won't do. And because first we have to set this key, right? So only after that we can actually check if this key is present, or if this chord is present with those keys. So we're gonna set up over here, and then if it's not, we're gonna just zero out the whole array. All right, let's generate, upload, and kill the keyboard. Hopefully just the keyboard, not the stream. How is the print going? Seems good so far. Okay, do we have basic key codes? Yes, basic key codes work. How about if I do like a tab? Tab also works. Mouse works. Mouse works. Okay, unusual. Let's bring back the notepad. Okay, let's see what was... Okay, no, it's still it still doesn't work. It would still spit out 2 keys. Okay, that is kind of odd. And good for me, I still have these comments over here. We can take a look. Do we really need to clear the whole keyboard? So just killing this array won't do the trick? Okay, so let's take a look. Oh no, it works. So yeah, so we have a good response. It really made it. Really detect that this chord is, I mean, these keys are not in a chord. Of course it says clear, but I haven't cleared anything. I only trying to remove this array, but probably we have to reset the whole keyboard. Maybe not reset in a way like QMK resets, just reset the state of the engine. So we're gonna like disable all the modifiers, disable all the chords that are like now in action, which probably none will be, I suppose. Yeah, so kind of like go back to 0. But I still would like to check. Why is there no output? Okay, now it works. Now there's no output at all. Okay, because oh. Okay, it looks like if I just wipe this array, it looks like it's not okay for the engine. Looks like it's stuck. Yes, there's an internal function, clear all. Yeah, let's do it. Well, I think we can even move this, clear all, we can move it over here. Of course. Where did I put it? Over here. Where did I put it over here that it wasn't complaining about definitions, but over here I have an issue. I mean, it's not a problem, I can always do a forward, but before I do that, I would like to know how are they placed. So clear all is over here. And this one, where is it? Okay, this situation is a little bit different because I am using it in a different situation. I have put it over here. The problem is that clear all is defined a little bit further, and that's one thing I don't like about C, that you have to maintain the correct order. Where the hell is it? Oh, that is odd. How come there is no clear all over here? Now I am surprised. Okay, so it's not called clear all, it's called clear. Over here. Okay, over here there are two. There is clear. And clear all. Okay, I think I know. So this clear is to clear, it's a clear chord, and clear all is not a chord. Yeah, because this one is like checking if it's activated. Right. Makes you wonder why was it removed? Or maybe I have added on my own. One way or another, we need it. Yeah, so this is not a chord, this is a function. They are basically very similar. Looking at it, because like most of the stuff, this one is a chord, so it has to just, you know, check if the chord is activated. But basically it's the same stuff. Is it the same stuff? Maybe we can kind of optimize it. So we could have like a clear, and then inside clear we can use clear all. Because this one is only checking if it's activated, and the rest, I think it's the same code. We have storage over here, number of chords, idle, clearing, default, locking all the stuff over here. there is a slight difference. So this one, clear all, as additional as this. Yeah, so this one does the same what I have done. So it's just clearing the array, and then the key code index 0. Okay, let's not mess it up. So we can have two different ones. Okay, clear and clear all. And I guess we have to do like a forward definition. So that will be what? Void, clear, all, void like this. So it shouldn't complain. Yeah, of course, it didn't work when I was just cleaning this array, because there could have been like chords that were like in action already. So that would make the whole engine stuck. Oh yeah, clearing the whole thing, that should do the trick. So one way or another we are back to the same code that I have done, just in different location. And it even compiled. Get the notepad and check if we still have the same issue. Okay, now it's correct. You see there is this, whatever I have pressed right now, it's not a valid chord. So we got a message that this is not in chord and everything is cleared, and there is no output in the notepad, but the keyboard hasn't died yet. Okay, so just cleaning this array, that wasn't enough. So basically I'm back to the same code that I had before, just in different spot. I think it's better, maybe. Yeah, I think it makes sense over here when we are like switching on all of the keys for the key code. Would be fine. So yeah, I need to add this to the update. Okay. Okay, and I think this concludes our struggle with the engine. I don't think there is anything else I wanted to fix in it. Let's just clean up a little bit of mess. Okay, one more upload after cleaning, because my cleaning could have killed the whole thing. One more try. So we have standard ones. Okay, and now output on a broken card. Perfect. Nice. Okay, so this thing is done. What is happening with the printer? Okay, not bad. 23 minutes left. Okay, so I think the engine is finally done. Looking at the list, I have nothing else to do on the engine. I can't remember if there were any other issues. This one kind of like popped out yesterday evening. I was, oh shit, I think we missed this one thing, and yeah, it wasn't working correctly, but now it's fixed and it should be okay. Maybe it's not the cleanest solution to it. I mean, the idea is okay, I suppose, like to just go through all the keys, find the hash, and just compare this hash with all the hashes that we have in the chords list. And if this hash is not valid, then just, you know, clean the whole keyboard, because this key, whatever was pressed, was like a missed key. Sometimes it happens that you would just press the wrong keys, so it's good not to have any output. Okay, so that is one thing. Another thing was this OS hour keys and our magnetic encoder. So we did some work yesterday already. Yeah, but this one only works with just one encoder. So I was thinking maybe we can change it a little bit. I think we should add like a type of some sorts. I don't know if we can do it like this. Let's call it enum. Yeah. I wonder if this gonna work, because we have the same name here and here. Yeah, over here where we are reading, so if we had like two, maybe we could just add one more variable that like what type was it, which type was it? Okay, but it's gonna read at the same time, it's gonna read two, so we'll have to do like two reads. Okay, I think it's getting a little bit complicated. Yeah, does it mean that we need two sets of variables, one for each encoder? Because right now, if I'm reading just one, so that is kind of easy. I would just read one or the other, and I have this over here, so I can figure out what is what. Maybe if I pack it into a structure, so these two variables and movement and angle, that would be in one structure, so that would be like one structure per encoder. So this will allow me to hold the values, but I guess we'll have to have something like this. And we'll call it we'll call it maybe something like this. So over here we need what? Angle was 16-bit. Movement was 8. It looks like we need a bit more. Most probably my implementation of how to read those is not the smartest one. That's why I need so many variables. I think we can put them in some kind of array, maybe. That'd be okay. How can I make an array out of that? It's much easier to read code than write it from scratch. Okay, I think that should do it. So we have these two encoders, although I'm not quite sure if it won't collide like in terms of definitions, because we already have an enum over here. Maybe I can change this naming to registers like this. Okay, so assuming this one is correct, so we have an array of encoders over here. I think we should also change the functions that are operating over here. So instead of having this, we're gonna have a Okay. Should be like this. Okay, so some of the changes, I think this should be okay, maybe. But now let's take a look at this function. So this one is supposed to process all of them. We don't need this one, and also this over here. I think we should also have some kind of enum or something like that that would tell us which encoder is on what index, right? Also makes me wonder if I can just make a new one over here. So we have maximum 2. It makes me wonder if the name is even, does it even make a difference if I have the name over here? Yeah, no. So I can't reuse this name. Yeah, but I still need something to define the order, because like I won't be able to tell which one is what, which functions to use because I'll be going through this array. I think this one will be the size be of this. Okay, so over here we need to have a loop of some sorts, I guess. Okay, so we are reading the angle per encoder, and I think we can have the process over here as well. And we also have to, I think we have to change this function as well. Okay, false true. So we have to call which encoder and which way, up or down. This looks so broken. I wonder if it's even gonna compile. Probably not. So at the same time, I think I have to change code in Cordy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ignore which encoder it was over here. I'm just curious if it's even gonna compile. So once we get through all the errors, assuming we can even make it compile today, then I'm gonna look at it. Maybe next stream I will prepare two different encoders and we can check live if it actually works. So that would be cool. At least I will have assurance that whatever I wrote actually works. And I don't think I have, yeah, I think I'll have to even prepare like the holders and everything because I don't think I have any. Yeah, they vanished just like everything else. No worries, not a problem to print. Okay, let's see all those beautiful errors. Okay, not so bad, only one error. Okay, it's complaining that it doesn't know the type over here. Yeah, I think we have to move it to the keymap file. Yeah, because over here, I think all of the stuff should be included, right? Because everything is getting like compiled together. And since we have this naming over here, so these files are being added as well. So I should have these definitions inside over here. And now we're gonna have a avalanche of errors. Yep, exactly. Oh wow. Holy shit. This one is wrong. It's so messed up that I think I have to fix one error, upload, try to compile, upload again. Holy shit. There's no way you're gonna finish today. Okay, right. So I have this stuff over here. Ah shit, it's even worse because I have these different definitions over here. let's do it like this. Let's change names of these. It's getting uglier and uglier, but maybe I will fix it later. Maybe. Alright, I think I will have to change the definition again, because I have these two variables over here. So this defines what's the margin for the angle before it will trigger. Because like these are super sensitive, so sometimes it might happen that even if you're not touching it, there might be like a slight variation in angle, like maybe by 1 or by 2. So this will say like how much the angle has to change in order for it to start like registering. But since now I want to have both of them at the same time, I can't have a define. So I guess if I move this into the definition of encoder, like this. Yeah, we have to extract this one somehow, this variable. Although we can also change it, and we can just use a variable over here. maybe something like this will work. Well, at the same time I can do it like this. I can do max distance, and don't need that. The first error over here is already concerning. really have to make it like this? Does it need a default? I thought they always go from 0. Okay, what is wrong? What kind of identifier before token? This enum is no different than any other over here. Okay, that is interesting. Okay, I think I know. I think I have it defined somewhere else. It should be defined over here. No. Config, yes. That's the issue. Holy shit. So that's just one tiny error. I have focused so much on the committee module part, but actually it was defined somewhere else. Okay, it's complaining about this part. Right. Hey, Stevenstein. Hello. Long time no see. How have you been doing? It's been a while since I saw you on stream. Okay, yeah, busy and change the streaming to the day. So yeah, I can imagine that. I'm having the same issue because when I am at work, there are some guys that are streaming. When I am streaming, there are some other guys that are streaming at the same time, which I would like to watch, but I can always go back and watch, VOD, or I can, if it's on YouTube, I can just go back. Yeah, so it's difficult to keep up with everyone. Oh, you got yourself a RC helicopter. Oh, so cool. You need a license for that, like for a drone, or it's different rules apply? Oh, that's cool. So that's even better if you don't need any licenses for that. Like for the drones, usually it's a hassle to get one. I think I will change the update to the kind, so we have just to, I don't I don't know why I put magnetic encoder type there, because we don't have to send the whole encoder, we just need to know which one was it. So this one should suffice. And I think I also have to change it over here. In keymap file we have this, even though I'm ignoring it right now, but yeah, still. Such a small function, and I have made such a huge mess. Oh, hello. Oh my god, I think that's the most difficult nickname I have seen so far. Would you excuse me if I just say Ilk? Hello Ilk, how are you doing? Yeah, I like C as well. I would like it even more if I was able to write a proper C. So yeah, if you're not like keeping up with me, no worries. I am not keeping up with myself as well. So whatever you see here is a disaster, probably. Like for example, over here, I'm not quite sure if I can just make a new structure over here, like array of struct C. How to do that? Is that correct? Okay, it's complaining we have redefinition of this one. Magnetic encoder update user. It's the same type over here, and at the bottom okay, what is it complaining about? I think these are the same. Magnetic encoder kind is the same over here and over here. Okay, I'm not getting this. Technically it should be okay. These types are the same. How is this redefinition? Because over here we have it defined as weak, so that should be okay. Give me a sec. Delivery. Okay, now I'm really confused. If I move it outside of keymap and back to this file, then it's gonna complain about this type. That doesn't really make sense. Like, why can it be? Okay, now it has this issue. Right, let's do it like this. Let's keep it for now. I would like my module to compile, and then we're gonna look at it later. somehow Y got caught up over there. Slowly getting there. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, I think our print has finished. Let's take a look. What have we done? This is how it looks like. Well, actually it prints quite well. I wonder if it's gonna serve its purpose. Well, I'm afraid not so much. I mean, it would be nice, but I can't really see what's underneath. Guess I will have to like bend down. Yeah, so maybe it will be okay. Let's give it a shot. Okay, looks like it kind of works. Managed to get it out. So now I have 16 keys left to fix. 15, because I just did one half. Yeah, it would have been better if the angles are a bit higher, but like, I think I can manage. I will clean them off after the stream. Okay, back to our C heresy. What is the problem right now? Maybe this might be integer because it's a define. Okay, looks like it has some issue with that. We can't put define. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, just for now, I will make it. Probably it won't compile. It looks like it's gonna compile maybe this time around. Okay, it did, but now we still have the issue with this function. We don't get any callback because it's complaining about some types. I mean, over here it's complaining that this magnetic encoder kind is not available. And if I move it, then it's gonna be complaining that I have redefinition. How about now if I do it like this, just remove that one? Okay. I'm a bit scared to upload this to the keyboard. Look, it even works, no way. Guys, look at this shit. Okay, it's totally messed up, but at least it works. I'm gonna prepare 2 different encoders for the next stream. We can check if it really works with both of them. Technically it should, because like over here we don't really rely anymore if any of them is defined. We just go through all of this stuff. One second, how is it checking? Okay. I guess over here, let me see, because we are reading the angle out of it. Probably we have an error, but we are returning 0 anyways. So this might be a little bit blocking. So we have to figure out something. Yeah, we have to improve it a little bit, maybe over here. And because there is no point trying to scan. I wonder how bad is it. Oh yeah, so it's trying to read all the time. I guess we have to figure out a way to change that behavior. So we don't want to read encoders that are not present. As I think we will still have to rely on those defines over here. Or maybe, I think I saw somewhere there was a piece of code that was able to, but I think it was a community module. You could just ping a device on I2C, or maybe it's even in Maybe it's even over here in QMK somewhere. Let's take a quick look. I2C driver, and there was something. Ah yes, there is a ping over here. Oh, okay, so I think we could rely on that. We can redefine this function, and then we could just check if this works. I mean, if the device is present, we could like hold it somewhere and only try to read from the device that will respond. Yeah, so we could just try to read from the register. Okay, I think we're gonna do it in the next stream. So it looks like this will extend out a bit longer than I was hoping for, but that's fine. That's fine. It would be nice to have this working like with two different encoders at the same time. I think we can do it. All right, thank you very much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I will be back on Friday. We will take a look at those encoders a little bit more. Maybe we'll play some with them. I will prepare tomorrow all the stuff that we're gonna be needing for this. And yeah, and then probably we'll also take a look at the second module, which was the OS hour keys. So we will have to add some more keys. I have to think which one we're gonna be adding. So yeah, if we have enough time on Friday, we're gonna do that on Friday. All right, thank you. Thank you very much for joining, and I see you on Friday. Bye bye.